Hey monkeys, we're back. You are watching a Guitar Quackery Live. Yes, you are. Right now. Guitar Quackery Live is this channel, the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel. So there are many other guitar repair channels, but they don't do live streaming. And there are many other channels that do live streaming, but they don't do guitar repairs live. So this is the only one. And I'm about to send this link to the customer, copy and paste. And here it is. Okay, so maybe he will join us. We have this Fender Telecaster JR. So it's got P90s pickups. I don't know, they call P90s if they're on a Fender, I guess. I don't know. We're going to do a full setup, but not doing the live stream. But we're going to change the bridge, do some rewiring, maybe swap the pickup covers if there's time, and fix this if there's time. It's a little bit of a budget issue. But since we're doing a setup, and I'm only charging for a setup for the setup part, but the nut is too high in some places. So I need to do this now because we don't get a good, we cannot achieve a good setup if the strings are high on the nut. Let me show you. Okay, focus, focus. Here we go. This is my dial indicator. This thing moves when you push the plunger. So these strings are okay, but these two are kind of high. So if I place this on top of the string, hold on. So this is too high, and this is too high as well. Now this one is within the okay range. This one is, where is it? What, this one? Okay. This one is okay. And this one is a bit high. So we'll do this one and these two. So 50% of the strings. Look at that. Dr. Jeffrey Boyle is in the house. Welcome back. All right, so I am going to swap the bridge, right? So I'll remove the strings to do that. So I want to do all the work on the nut with the old strings first, because I don't want to be fatiguing new strings, right? So I'll do this first. Plus, this will be, you know, a modification job, but I will do the setup separately. I will not be live streaming the setup. No need to do that. I've been setting up, you know, I've done plenty of setups on this channel. Yep. Okay, what do I need? I need this. Link in the description. Amazon affiliate link, which pays me a small commission at no extra cost to you. Okay, let's see. All right, so this is just another day at the office for me. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. So it's nice and tight, but it's too high. So let's do this. Examine the string slot. See what we got first. And I'm going to, you know, with the strings on the bass side, sometimes I do this. I just draw a line so that I can see what I'm filing away. 46 gauge file. So I'm hitting the back of the nut and I'm avoiding this area. I'm going to put a tape there. I almost forgot, to be honest with you. I kind of always remember as I'm doing it, so I didn't forget. Yeah, good evening to you too, Doctor. So, Doctor, Jeffrey, check out the 2 previous live streams. I don't know if you watched them live, because I lost the connection to the internet through my computer, obviously not through the switcher. And I don't know who was commenting or watching, but I was doing some 3D scanning in the previous live stream because why not? And that's going to be the new standard here at Guitar Quackery. Just like the microscope is the standard here. Look at that. Okay. So speaking of the microscope, here is a view through the microscope. And now, yeah, we can start filing here at the bottom. So we always want to make sure that we don't have a high point at the back, especially not on the low E string, because this tuning post is so close to this anchoring point, anchor point. Now this looks better to me. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can tell already that this is it. There's a little gap. So I didn't remove much, but now I have 50 microns. Okay, before I had like, I can't remember, about 100. Okay, maybe 60 microns. It's good. All right, so we're good with this one. Now we'll do the B and the high E. Then we'll remove the strings and we'll work on the bridge. We'll swap the bridge. So, my back is hurting me. No, my rib cage actually here. Does that count as in upper back? Upper back pain. All right, so with a string tree, it's easy to loosen the string just like this, you see? And you can hook it here. Now, let's have a look at the, not the best. It's kind of high at the back end. But we want to make sure this is seated. So let's hit it at the back first. So that's it. So now I just reshaped the string slot. And now I can file it down a little bit. Take another measurement. Very lightly. Okay, Let's have a look. Better. So I got like 80 microns. Too much light. So you can get a good setup if the nut is too high. For some reason, these two strings are, actually the B string was the highest. So they rushed it at the factory. I think that's a US made Tele. Looks better already. So what we got here is about 70 microns. Okay, we're getting there. Small bites. Play it safe. Uh-huh. Well, this is it. See how much material I'm removing? Just a little bit of the back. I mean, it accumulates in the back. I'm removing everywhere. Yeah. We are past the safe zone, so what do we have here? Well, it's about, let me see. No, we're like still at 60 microns or so. Okay. We want to be between 20 and 50, really, right? And you know what? I think I checked when I first took the guitar in. I need to check this. Yeah. Because if you have a high fret and you use the frets as reference points, this method is risky. I almost forgot. Because I'm incompetent. So here we have now 40 microns. Let's see. I'm happy with that. This one looks higher because it is. So we'll do something about it. And the only thing I can think of doing is to file it down. All right, so here it's same thing. See, I'm glad we're doing this because it's not shaped properly, right? It's too high at the backhand. So the pressure is distributed, but we want a little more pressure at the front. That's how it should be. And now, after I reshaped it, now I just do some filing. Well, reshaping was also filing. I was going to work on this guitar yesterday, and I really wasn't feeling good yesterday. And I had to ride my bike home. So I left here around 9 p.m., I think. And I had to ride my bike home with a migraine. So it's a 1-hour ride. It was tough. I felt I was gonna, I had to actually take breaks because I felt like I was gonna throw up. So then I came home. I think I left at 9. I might have left at 8. Yeah, I think I left at 8. Then first I fell asleep on the couch. And then I went to bed before midnight this time. That's uncommon. That doesn't happen often. Okay, we got 30 microns on this one. Excellent. So we're done with the nut. So I didn't do any work yesterday. I was here for quite a few hours. I just wasn't feeling good. I fell asleep here once, but I had appointments. So a customer woke me up when he came to pick up a guitar. It was a Martin X series guitar, cheap guitar. And I don't like to work on those because they are garbage. But nice guy, so I worked on his guitar. Not because he's a nice guy, but because the guitar was repairable. Okay, so now we shall remove these strings. And then we'll replace the bridge. Oh, you know what? I can feel a little fret sprout. Just a little bit. I don't like to give guitars back to customers with fret sprout. It's minor. That feels better. I'm doing this very gently. I can feel the difference, little by little. So this file, when it touches the finish, it just kind of skids over it. Still need to be careful. But yeah, this is better. Much better. Can still feel it a little bit, but I don't want to nick the finish, so. Yeah. Microscopic. But you can kind of feel it, so. It just takes a minute, right? So this one, was that the third fret? Maybe I feel it a little bit. So we'll do this. Never use a diamond file for this because that's, it would scratch the finish clearly. These kind of files are also used sometimes for finish repair, by the way. They make smaller ones with holders. know, I'm just noticing something here. Well, I'm gonna disclose it because I just found it. It's just a little kink. In the finish. So let's see if it shows up. This is where I see it. I feel it. You can kind of see it here. I didn't do this. I just noticed it. Okay. Oh, it's a custom shop Fender. It's not a bolt-on neck. So maybe the fret sprout was intentional for a better grip, so your hand doesn't slip when you do a solo. I'm about to make a video about that. I'm going to review a Fender, Indonesian-made Fender, and compare it to a custom shop Fender Strat. It's right there. Not the custom shop, the Indonesian-made. I bought it over a month and a half ago, and it's still sitting here waiting to be reviewed. And yeah, I don't even know why I bought it. I have too many guitars. Maybe I'll give it away. Okay, we're done with this. Okay, I think this is, well, it is better. Oh, they're loud. It's distracting me while I work. Oh, he left. Right. Okay, so we need to remove the strings and swap the bridge. Well, let me use the power tool. You can just cut the strings. It's not going to hurt the neck or the guitar or the bridge or whatever. But I like to kind of check the tuners. Well, this string snapped. That's the E. Okay, cool. All right, now let me cut it. I am in the process of rearranging my drawers. So you see, this is okay, so on a bolt-on neck, you can tilt the neck by shimming, because every Fender that comes out of the factory has this issue. Protruding screws, the height adjustment screws. So that's kind of like fret sprout. I guess you can anchor your hand here when you do palm muting. But some people don't like it because it scratches the hand. So now on a bolt-on neck, you can obviously shim the neck here in the neck pocket, and then basically lower the action to a point where you need to raise the saddles. And obviously when you raise the saddles, you end up burying those screws. But this is not a bolt-on neck. So they should think of you know, doing a proper neck angle when they design a guitar. So the strings were locked, which is fine. I lock them sometimes. It takes a little extra work to remove them. And I need to remove the string fragment from here. It's a bit annoying when this happens, but you just need to make sure you don't scratch the headstock. It's tangled up a little bit. Ah, got it. All right. So I'm reorganizing my drawers. Yeah, I'll make a video about that, maybe. What's wrong with this? So we'll swap the bridge, and then we are going to rewire this guitar. So the customer wants to put a 2-gang volume pot stacked, so that there's a master tone and 2 volume controls, right? So here we need to remove the saddles, or at least loosen them more. Let's see which size screwdriver. It's going to take this one. Looks like I need to remove them all the way, maybe, or at least this one. I think so. And this one and this one. Okay. So the customer wants brass saddles. And, you know, I can't remember. Are we changing the bridge plate or just the saddles? Let me check. The new saddles or the bridge is in the case. Here. Oh, just the saddles. So we need to remove them all. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So let's continue removing the saddles. Okay. So I guess I'll do this. So let's hope that the new saddles fit. We did take some measurements. They should. Now, it would be nice if they had shorter height adjustment screws so that they don't stick out this way. See, they don't think about this. Although I'm told they are in the business of designing guitars. Okay, now it's time to do a little bit of cleaning. Perfect time to do it. Five people watching. Only one person commenting. What causes damage to the bridge plate on an acoustic guitar? Good question. I guess there could be multiple reasons. Now, oddly enough, the owner of this guitar also owns a Martin guitar that I did feature on this channel. No, on this channel or the main channel, or both, I don't know. Definitely on the main channel. And it had some damage to the bridge plate. So the thing that caused damage to that bridge plate was a person who drilled through to enlarge the holes and did not use a tapered reamer, but seems like he or she used a drill bit, straight drill bit, oversized. So that's one possibility, one reason why you might have bridge plate damage. So another reason is when you drill through properly, you drill it with a, what's the size of the drill bit? 3/16 of an inch, I believe. So we have a problem. Okay, let me explain. So maybe there's a simple solution, but you see the problem? These screws are too long. So now, if they happen to be the same screw size, thread size, then I can swap the screws and put the black screws here, because otherwise these screws will be sticking out about this much from the top, and we just can't have that. So let's see. I have a feeling that the screws in the brass saddles are metric, and the screws in the American saddles are not metric. So 1.3 millimeters is too big. Ah. 0.9, maybe? No. I don't know. I gotta find the right screwdriver. Okay. So this one fits in the original saddle. I mean, in the adjustment screw. But it doesn't quite fit on the brass screw. Ah. Let's see. So this is 1.3 millimeters, this hex. So this fits perfectly. So let's remove one screw. And then let's remove this screw. But you see, it doesn't really fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it like this. Let's just deal with one saddle at a time. Okay, I'll remove this one. Okay, and now let's see. Is it aligning? It is. Well, that's promising. So we remove this screw. And we can't force it. But if it fits, then we have a solution. Look at that. We are lucky. So these screws are still too long, but it's not easy to shorten screws. I'm going to remove this one. So there's cheese stuck inside. I guess maybe rust and cheese from the sweat. All right. The other thing is that, you know, these screws come with different tips. And this is a cup tip, like a little cup. And it's sharp, and this damages the bridge plate. You can buy these screws with round tips, like with a little spherical tip. But I don't think that they put much thought into this, and they just grab whatever they find. And then you have these ugly scratches on the bridge plate. Speaking of bridge plates, so we're talking about the Fender bridge plate, but we were talking about the acoustic guitar before. So when you build a guitar and you initially drill the holes through the bridge and through the soundboard and the bridge plate, you need support on the back, on the inside. Now, depending on the process, of course this would happen. Sometimes they do this before the installed soundboard. It just depends on the factory, right? And what I see a lot on guitars is that there's blowout on the bridge plate because they don't use any kind of backing to prevent blowout. So this tear out is then a primer for the damage that will be caused by the ball ends of the strings in years to come. So that's one of the causes, just to answer your question, Dr. Jeffrey. Yeah, the bridge plate on an acoustic guitar, that was the question. So, why did I sigh before? Because of this. So I removed that tape, and now I gotta deal with this. So you know what I'll do is I'll remove all of these screws first. You see, I'm doing both at once, and then I'll deal with this. How about that? Okay, all right, that's one. So these bridge saddles came mounted on a piece of tape, and you know, it just tore off like this. See, I am unscrewing both of them at the same time. No. 12 screws, 6 saddles, 2 screws per saddle, and this. All right. There's all this residue that I don't like. All right. Let me pick up all these screws with a magnet, if they're magnetic. Let's see. They are. Okay, I'll keep them here for now on the magnet. And now, I think I want to clean these saddles a little bit better. I'm going to use a toxic chemical, so not for kids. Should I soak them? Let me see. Or maybe just with a Q-tip. Just what I need. So here they are. And here it is. Okay, is it coming off? Wrong chemical. I'm going to use another toxic chemical. That's called acetone. Right here. That's going to work. As long as I don't spill it over the guitar. I need a better container for Q-tip application. All right. You really need to remove this. Okay. Not my favorite job, but it really needs to be done. Okay, I need a fresh Q-tip. Two more. We're almost done. Okay. I know I'm not narrating this. I mean, I don't really know what to say that's not obvious. It looks like booger. Okay, now we're done with this part. All right, we're done with this. Now, next, I want to know how tight the screws are. So they feel kind of loose. Okay, and I can show you this. So they're loose, which means with vibrations, this guitar will go out of spec, which means we need to put a little bit of fluid there. That's called Loctite. Either that or more frequent setups. Yeah, man. Loctite thread locker. Loctite is the brand name. Thread locker is the product name. And it's, oh, I almost, now I would have noticed this is the red one. We don't want to use the red one. The red one is the permanent one. It's kind of like glue. We want to use the blue one. So we want to mix it up a little bit. This is it. Okay, because it separates on the inside. And that's why I keep it tight like this, so that I can do this squeezing thing. It's important to do this. All right, and now we use these saddles, and I want to put a paper or something here. Let's see what we got. Something. How about this? All right. I don't need the glove anymore. All right, so we removed all the new screws, and now we're going to use the old screws for this. Let me get organized. So I wonder if the screws from the two E saddles are shorter? Yes, they are. Okay, as they should be. So we have two lengths. So first, I'm just going to remove all of the screws. And keep them here. So these screws were kind of tight in some of these saddles because of the cheese, which is dead skin particles mixed with sweat and all that good stuff. But now we're kind of cleaning the threads as we remove them. So see, this is the short screw. So two of the saddles have short screws, and four of the saddles have long screws. See, this is kind of tight, but now I'm kind of cleaning the threads. And I'm going to put Loctite there. All right, then I just need to keep track of my two E saddles, the high and the low E. And now we just do this. Let me put it like this. Okay. And here. So this is one of the short screws. And it goes in here. Okay. And now we pick up another one. So this is a bit clogged up. I'm squeezing, but nothing's coming out, which means I need to unclog it. I'm going to use a string. Oops. Almost bumped my camera. Well, I did bump my camera. All right. Okay. This one's tight for whatever reason. So I need to do this 12 times. I don't have to do it, but I want this guitar to be stable. I actually have a video that I haven't published yet that shows how these screws spin when you play a string. Okay. So this is a longer thread. Okay. Because when you play the guitar, obviously you introduce vibrations. That's what music is. In fact, there's a song written about that. Good vibrations. And vibrations make small objects rattle and shake, which means move. Oh, I almost lost a screw. I'm glad I didn't. It's a bit blue here, so I'm just going to drive it in and clean up. Gonna need to buy new thread locker. Looks like I'm running low. And I just placed an order today for solder and some other supplies. Man, I seem to be just spending money all the time. Okay. Okay, two more, and then we install saddles on the guitar. last one. Okay, that's that. Now I want to clean this up. So because I'm going to want to mix it next time I use it, I'm going to squeeze out the air. Slowly without spilling this thing. Stuff expensive. I think more expensive than gold. Sold by the pound. Yeah. Pride locker. Blue. Number 242. Don't use the 271 red. Okay. Let's install these saddles. So, as you recall, if you remember if you were paying attention, two of the saddles have short screws. That's one of them, and that's the other one. So they go here and here, and the rest have the same size screws. Let me see what screwdriver I need to be used for this. This one. Yeah, they go here, the low E and the high E. I'm not sure if this spring is going to be too long. All four saddles, all six saddles have the same springs. So we might need to shorten the low E spring. So we need to drive this one all the way like this, all right? And here, and now this one goes here. I just hope they all fit properly, right? We don't know until we know. Which is why I keep telling customers that now there's this new system, which is fair. I charge by the hour for any modifications. Because in the past, I used to swallow the cost of the extra time. That's how it is. Oh yeah, I remember this customer did kind of ask me in one of the text messages if this changing the saddles is part of the setup. Well, it can never be, right? Because this is a lot more work. So you just never know what you run into, and so yeah, I guess I never really answered the question on the text message, but yeah, I'm explaining now. So I'm glad that they are the right size and they fit properly. So that's good. And I'm glad that these screws did fit inside, because otherwise these screws would have been way too long. And I believe on these saddles they used all the same size screws. Yeah. Yep. They're all the same size. So it's good practice to drive them, well, not all the way back, maybe this one, and then do the compensation in this direction. Okay, so now we have this bag. I think this is from the saddles, right? So I'm not going to assemble these screws with the old saddles. I'm just going to dump them inside a little bag. And I put the saddles inside the little bag, and they go with the guitar. Yeah. Can the strings and bridge pins cause damage to the bridge plate? Well, the strings, yes. And the bridge pins, it depends. So the bridge pins need to be the right size. If they are not the right size, if they're too slim, then the ball ends of the strings will enter deeper inside of the holes and start causing damage to the bridge plate, to the outline of the hole, which is actually cylindrical at the tip, but it's conical through the bridge. The other, I can't talk too much about this, but the other reason why bridge pins can cause damage to the bridge plate is in a situation like this, where the bridge pins are damaged. So you should never use these damaged bridge pins, because again, the ball end of the string enters deeper inside of the hole and continues to cause damage to the bridge plate. And these are bridge pins that I just removed from the other guitar. Now look at this one. This one is really, really damaged. So you can see this. And you can see how it was pushing at the back of the bridge plate here. So the string entered that pinhole, which is why these pins, even they are from a vintage guitar, they should not be reused. Because even after I fix that bridge plate on that guitar, the use of these pins would cause damage to the freshly repaired bridge plate. Pins, bridge pins are like strings. They don't last forever. Okay. Let's do this. Let's open this. And let's look at the inside. Hold on a second. That's volume. So the switch is here. And I'm going to check this. Well, I'll know as soon as I open it. Right. This is volume, this is tone. So we have one of the pickups wired. So one of the pickups is wired here. So I need to rethink this whole thing, how this needs to be wired, because it is wired. Obviously, I didn't think this through because I wasn't working on the guitar yet. So let's think. So this is the neck pickup. Okay. The ground is connected to ground to this pot, and then it's connected here to the switch, the signal. That's ground, that's the hot. And that's the bridge pickup, same thing, connected to ground and then connected to here. So now the output is going to this pot, potentiometer. So we're going to have to rewire this. I think what we need to do is, instead of output from switch going to the volume pot, which is master volume for both, how is that going to work? So if you completely turn off the volume, let's say on the neck pickup, and then you switch over to the middle position, you're only going to get bridge pickup. Okay, but this is what he wants. So, yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. That's a good sign, right? I think I know what I'm doing. So I'm warming up this thing, and I ran out of solder. I just bought it today. Is there some solder here? I did buy a new soldering gun. I think it came with a little bit of solder. Please, please, please. There's solder on the picture here. Yes. All right, so that's good news. We have solder. So we can do some soldering. Why not? Okay. This is it. We have enough. And so this is not a soldering iron, it's a soldering gun, I think it's called. What did it say? Professional. Yeah, soldering gun. This is it. But I don't think I will need to use this here. So this is good for heating up things quickly, and if there's a big heat sink, such as could be like here, right? Because the soldering iron, you gotta, you know, spend a lot of time heating this up, and then it can overheat the component. But if you have a soldering gun, you just push that trigger, and it it melts the solder right away, so you don't spend a lot of time heating up the component. You don't want to heat up the component too much, or you want to overheat the component. Okay. So now, the way I'm going to do this is, instead of going output from switch into the pot, and then from here into the tone pot, I'm just going to go straight into the tone pot. And with these, I'm going to go, I'm going to have to remove these. Instead of going into the switch, I go into the pot, and then where's the output going to go? Ah, damn it. So the output is going from here, because I was going to go into the other pot and then use the output from the pot to go into the switch instead of going straight from the pickup. Oh, then we need the output from here to go into the output jack. So at this point, I need to make a quick reference, take a few reference photos of what we have here right now. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. So let me just put the wires in a way that I see exactly what's what. So that's good practice, and take photos from multiple angles. So before you dismantle anything, take photos. So you always know how to reassemble things. Yeah, I hope I will do it correctly. I've never done this wiring before. I always use terry cloth. This is a automotive thing. You can buy it in auto stores. You know, I'll remove this first. So you see how the output jack wires are like this? They should be twisted. But, you know, then the guitar would have to cost more, I guess. Because, you know, it's more work. So let's do this. Okay. And this one. So any amount of current passing through a wire, any wire, is going to end up generating, is that the word? A magnetic field. I thought something was hot. Nothing's hot. So this is coming from the bridge plate, right? Yeah. So we need to remove this grounding wire as well. And when you have two wires going into the output jack, the same exact current is passing through the return wire, right? It's the same current going through. So one wire is generating a magnetic field in one direction around the wire and the other one in the opposite direction. So when you twist them, they cancel each other out. So you see this, this is a big component. So let's see, if I need to spend too much time heating this up, I'm going to use the soldering gun. I don't think I'll have to. There you go. And since we already heated this up, let's remove this as well. Okay. And this is going here. Now, that's the output jack here. You know what? I'm going to check everything because I don't trust them. It's not the first custom shop guitar I have on the bench. So this is what we want to do. So when the two wires are next to each other, those two magnetic fields generated around each one of the wires in opposite directions are going to cancel each other out. All wires like this should be twisted. It really doesn't matter who makes the guitar. I mean, what company, what name is on the headstock. They should twist the wires like this whenever possible. It isn't always possible. There are certain sections that and you know, they use these very short screws for the output jack. Unbelievable. The output jack should always use long screws because you pull on it. The jack plate should always use long screws. I did check that the ring nut is good. Okay. All right, where were we? Okay, so now we remove this thing, which means I need the screwdriver. I think I saw a mosquito. Dr. Steve Gunner says, good evening. Well, good evening to you. So yeah, back to this. All right, now we remove this. I have the tool. I think that's the right one. Yep. Here it is. So now let's see if the stack potentiometer, the 2-gang potentiometer, came with a locking washer. Okay, that's what we got. Yes, it did. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure everything fits. Good. So we need to prep this first. Yeah, we'll do it now. So just with the needle nose pliers, I'm going to do this. Because that's going to be the volume pot, right? So it's going to work like this. And this one here. Okay, now we just flood it with solder. I like to use the little repair vise for this. So let's move the guitar away. Let's put this back together. Oh no, no, we're not going to use it. Of course not. All right, so this goes back in the case. There's a bag. Okay. And I need my little repair vise. So the output jack on one of my guitars, Gibson Sonics 180, is on the pick guard. And the pick guard cracking a few times. I made metal backing plate tied to the pots to strengthen it. Yeah, that sounds like the right solution. I am looking for my little repair vise. Oh, I know where it is. It's right here. Okay. It's inside of the big vise, which is fine. So here they are, both of them together. actually like this for this one. Okay. So I don't know what kind of solder this is, what if it's lead-free or leaded. I guess we'll find out. I don't like to use lead-free solder. No, it's not lead-free. Okay. One connection has been established. Now the other one. Of course, I don't crank it up, right? Just a little bit light touch. Yeah. This is it. Warm up the component first. Not good. This is good. So I'm going to test it with the multimeter. Test everything. So it's a really bad experience when you do all the soldering and then you know, the circuit's not working. So first I'm going to test the continuity between this and this that I just soldered. It says 0. That's exactly what I want to see. This and this. Okay. And now this and this. So that's all good, right? I tested some redundancies as well. That's fine. I mean, if we really wanted to be safe, I could solder these two together. And you know what? I do want to make sure that it's a well-established connection between the two gangs. That's what I'm doing. So it's a two-gang pot, right? And here. So this is just mechanically connected, but now I want to bridge it with solder. Okay, that's it. It was already showing continuity before I did that, so no need to test it again. But now I'm going to test the potentiometer itself. So between ground, which should be this even, right? But whatever. Between this and this, I'm measuring 531K. And between this and this, 479, 480, whatever. I know there's a reflection here. So it's within tolerance. Those are the 500K pots, which are within tolerance, right? So now we want to do this. So now between these two, I should measure continuity. Oops. No, hold on a second. What? Oh yeah, this one. Okay. Ugh. Of course. Both of them need to be turned in this direction. Oh. All right. So I should measure continuity here and here. All right. But now, between this and this, I should measure the whatever 500K. Same between this and this. Yeah. And now when so this is when they're this way. And now when they're both this way, there should be continuity between the middle one and ground. And here the same. And then here the 500K. Around 500K. So it works. So this component works. So now if after assembling the circuit doesn't work as expected, then it's a wiring fault. It's not a component's fault. Okay. So now let's mount the component on the plate, onto the plate. So first, I want to know this. When I turn the tip, this one moves. So the tip is the outside. You can see this. You can see the wiper is moving on the inside of this one. And when I move this one, the ring, then the wiper is moving on this side. Okay, so this is how I remember it. Okay. Okay. So we have this. Now, we know that this is the tip. So I texted the customer. Let me just verify everything. Okay, center, neck volume, okay, and the ring bridge volume. So let me double check everything. So that's the center, neck, and bridge. Neck, bridge. Okay, my switcher needs to reload here. So I want to remove this thing from here. I was hoping they didn't do this, but they did it. They bent the damn wire. I hate when they do that. They don't need to bend the wire, but they should twist the wires. Okay, now it's bent. So we were saying, so this one is going to be soldered to this. Now it's already bent, so let's keep it bent. It's going to be soldered to this. And this is going to come out of here. Okay. So what I need is poster putty, which I have right here. Just need to do something quickly. Update something here. Okay. I need it. Maybe I need something stronger. So, poster putty, do I need it? Maybe yes, maybe no, I don't know. So it's sticky. I'm going to stick it here. And it's going to hold this wire so that this doesn't move as I'm soldering it. Nothing should move when you're doing a soldering connection, right? And this is my third hand. So now it's completely steady as it's cooling off, as it should be. Okay, and we are going to connect. You see, but this is I need to remove this bridge pickup from here. It's going to be connected to the exact same ground anyway through the bridge plate. So I'm trying to melt this. Sometimes you can melt it more easily if you add some solder, because it flows the heat. Okay. Those fumes are not healthy. And here, obviously, they bent this wire as well. Okay. This one is going here. I'm gonna bend it too. It's gonna be just hooked like this, and now the poster putty is holding it here, just like that. Oh, it's no longer holding it. There's a little contamination here. Okay. So now I can remove the poster putty. I think I'll do it this way. You know, I should have, I guess I could redo it if I really wanted to, or I could just leave it like that. I could have entered from this side. It's okay. We want to be, so I guess I'll be pushing it down with my hand like that as it's cooling off. That's also fine. But I wonder if I should use the soldering gun instead. Where I put it? Here. No. Here it is. Let me You see what kind of tip it's got? I just bought it. So it came with 3 different tips, I think. Let me see. No, I think this one is just right. Except they didn't tighten it. Always something. Hold on. What size is this? Looks like a 3mm Allen key. That's a 4, 3. It's like Fender, you know, they don't tighten it. It's Weller, the #1 maker of these products, like Gibson and Fender. Robert's Guitar Bloke is in the house. He says, "Good morning, Professor Scan Man." He's referring to 3D scanning, which you should check out on the main channel. I just posted a video announcement. I've been doing 3D scanning for a little while now. And by the way, that's the thing that I was kind of hinting a few months back that I would be soon announcing. So here we go. I didn't push the button yet. Come on. Okay, you see? That's quick, because we have a... oh, man, it smells. Stinks. Heat sink. We have like a big component we're soldering onto. Now, I'll be holding this one down as well. So I can still use the putty. But I'll really be holding it down with my fingers, just like I did the other one. And we shouldn't forget this wire at the end. Okay. I think this is lead-free solder. The color looks like lead-free. And yeah, so the solder it came with is lead-free. Whatever. Just uses higher temperature. Melts at a higher temperature. Okay. So now we have the connection to the bridge plate. This is it. And we can connect it to this one because we got the whole bunch of solder there already. It's all the same. So I was completely motionless, and now this one is going to be connected to the middle one here, but I'm not going to use the soldering gun for this one. I'll just use the soldering iron for this one, because I'm not soldering it to the to the big whatchamacallit, shell. Okay, that's that. Now the output jack, you see I forgot this one. Well, no problem. The black one will be soldered to that one. The white one, so it's a pushback wire. Okay, and now the white one should be soldered along with this one. I mean, it could also be soldered to this. It's the same thing, but let's just put them together. So I actually need to remove this. Put them together. And then as I melt the solder, I push them through that hole together. So okay, and now I'm motionless and release. Okay, that's that. Now I need to connect, make some more connections, and I hope it'll work. So from this pot, so this is this pickup to this, and from this pot to this. I hope. I don't know. I've never done it before. Not this actual circuit. So got some wires here. All I need is short connections. Let me see. I'd like to use pushback wire, but it looks like I'm out of it. Damn. Yep. Okay, so I do have these spools here. Yeah, I'm out of pushback wire. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Okay, let's start with this one. I'm also going to make a little hook. Like that. All right. All the way to here. Where's my solder here? I'm tinning the tip because this has solder already in it, because obviously we had a wire connected there, so all I need to do is melt the wire as I'm pushing it through. So this is why I pre-tinned that one. And that's good. All right. So now the other one. Yeah. I don't need to pre-tin this one because I'm not pushing through a component that already has solder, flooded. So okay. All right, and this one is going to pass through here, this side, and be connected to this. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to tin it. what's going to hold it in place here? All right. And I'm going to push it through as I melt the solder that's flooding. Yeah. Okay. So now I think everything is connected. The emphasis is on the word think. We'll find out soon enough. So, wiring and rewiring isn't my specialty. I only have a slightly above average, I guess, knowledge of electronics. Well, maybe you want to look at this. So I just placed everything back, and I might as well put the screws on. Okay, and now we have these two things. So this is going to be, it's a set, it's a, needs an Allen key, Allen wrench. What size? 2 millimeters, maybe? Yep, perfect. So, I'm going to make it so that, oh, this has, oh, here. Well, that's not the right size. Look at that. This is what it came with. Right? This is not the right size for this. Not even close. So I kind of do what I can. This is holding it, but you see how it's off center now? So hold on, this is 10, 0. So that's a little dot. It should be directed. It should be pointing in which direction? I don't know. So I'm matching the screw to this one for now. We can always spin it around. So let's see if this one is the right diameter. Still going to use the same Allen key, right? Yeah. Look at that. Wrong diameter. Completely wrong diameter on both of them. Which is why you have this eccentric thing. Look at this. And when you move this one, now you're kind of moving this one as well. So this needs to be lifted up a little bit. Look at this. How did this end up here? So it's got this little dot here and here. So I don't know where 10 should be. Maybe here, right? Yeah, that's where I would want it. Here. So yeah, so this is what was provided, but obviously I'll have to, well, I mean, the customer's going to see this video, so. So now we need to test it. So first, we no longer need the soldering iron, unplug. We no longer need the soldering gun, unplug. The moment of truth. We plug it in and see if it works. I don't think you'll be able to hear much because I'm using this dynamic headset microphone. But I am going to be doing a tap test. Maybe if I crank up the volume, you can hear. Oh, I think the kids are leaving. You guys leaving? All right. Yeah. What sensor? The Proteus sensor that's connected to the no. Grinder. Okay, so what grinder? The sewage grinder. Oh. Yeah. It's currently full, and the sensor. The sump. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. And the sensor was going off, telling us it was full. I talked to Bob, and he already knows everything's happening. Uh-huh. But just try to not use any water. You can like okay. Flush toilets and stuff, but just don't like, you know, use too much water. Right. Okay. So, I'm sorry, the water is draining into a sump? I think so. I don't really understand what, I know there's a pump down there and a grinder. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Okay. Good night, guys. Okay. There's a problem in the back. Nothing I really need to worry about, unless I need to use the toilet or wash my hands, and I'm gonna wash my hands, but whatever. So, the moment of truth. The time has come to find out. So, let me put this away. I'm going to tap with this, my favorite tool, tapping tool. Let's see if it works the way it's supposed to work. Okay, so here we go. What? So this is this pickup. Nothing. So why is this not working? It should be working. Okay, so time to plug this back in. So this volume works. This tone works. Should work now. It shouldn't work here, obviously. So this works, but this one doesn't. Now it works in this position, but not in middle position. Why is that? So the pickup works. Okay, the volume works. Master tone works. It just isn't working in middle position. And I connected it here, exactly where it was connected before. It should be working. I mean, I can actually see physically the connection. How is that not working? Okay, I got jumper wires here. Let me see if this one. Okay, so I'm connecting from here to here, middle position, but it's already connected from here to here. So something's wrong with the switch. So I think something's wrong with the switch. If I push here, maybe? If I connect these two together, which they should already be connected, and they are connected. So it's not connecting here. No. So this switch is broken. See? This isn't connecting to this, but when I connect it like this, it works. So this is a broken switch. Maybe I can quickly fix it if I just push this down. Now it works. So this is an unreliable switch. Okay, now it works. Man, I would really want to change this switch. So I bent this connector a little bit so that it comes into contact with this. But I honestly think that we should change this switch. It's just a regular three-way switch that we now know is not reliable. And I already thought that I messed up. But it wouldn't have made sense because I've never done it before. But I'm still, I know what I'm doing. So let's put this back together. So it's a tight fit here, but it does go through. I haven't eaten anything all day. And I'm maybe a little bit hungry. Like when I feel hungry, if I don't eat, I feel hungry for a few minutes, and then my body forgets. I didn't have time for breakfast this morning. and I usually don't eat lunch. All right, so let's do this again. Okay. Middle position. Works, works. Middle position. This is this volume. Yeah, it's like on a Les Paul, right? When you roll down the volume, obviously this isn't. So a passive circuit should not be confused with an active circuit. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, it's like on a Les Paul. If you have two volume pots, so if you roll down, if you are in a middle position, like you are here now, middle position, same thing. You roll down your bridge volume all the way, you have no output, right? Because you are shorting the connection. Yeah, that's it. So this isn't an audio mixer, right? It's a passive circuit. So you don't have two completely separate channels. So once again, this tap, I'm going to tap here. Okay, so this works well, and this, once it's at 0, or as it approaches 0, this one is going to cut off. Master tone works. Master tone works. Okay, so now this one, the ring, is affecting the tone of this one, like on a Les Paul, and now it's going to cut it off in middle position. But here, it works as a separate volume. Now in this position, only this will work. And it does not affect this in any way, obviously. In this position, this is out of circuit, and this obviously works. So it all works as expected. The only way it can work. And yeah. So now the customer also wanted to possibly change the pickup covers and fix this plate. And he had a budget. We are already 2 hours. He had a budget for 2 hours. So I think I need to respect that and stop with the modifications. So he will need to make a decision. So everything is recorded on the live stream, obviously. And I'm going to end it now. But like I said, the setup is a separate thing. I'm not going to be streaming the setup. So we are, this is completed now. So this is done, unless he tells me to do the rest, which shouldn't take too long, but you never know with these jobs. If the pickup covers don't fit or whatever, right? I don't know. Okay, friends, we've come to the end of this one. And I'm going to say thank you all for watching. If you liked it, let's see, 4 likes, 7 people watching. Can 3 of you give me likes? 3 remaining viewers? Okay, if you want to buy me a coffee, because there's no super thanks button yet, because this is not monetized, you can click the link that says buy me a coffee. And if you want to see this channel monetized, then I need 1,000 subscribers. I got 300 and change, so I need more subscribers. Okay, friends, that's it. Oh, it's almost midnight, and I don't want to go to bed too late tonight. So good night, everybody.